Fabulous feast?
I could use some more.
One is so limited when one travels by ship.
This fabulous ship, together with its queen, the fabulous Cleopatra.
The name of Mark Antony is not exactly unknown to the world. Why, in the last year or so since we met...
Almost 3.
By now you have
I could
become
use some more.
1/3 the master of Rome.
You don't permit yourself to forget him, is that it?
That's an odd way of putting it. Don't permit myself?
You find it necessary to wear him around your neck?
You forget, Antony.
You have a guest
It's
here.
almost 3 years. How full your own life has been.
These can't have been uneventful years for you. To rule Egypt alone.
Oh, they have been busy, but not full. There's a difference. There cannot be enough hours in the days.
Do I have to wait an hour to get a refill?
Have too many.
Another corny green screen. But look, a reconditioning of a Cleopatra for a customer. He bought some games from us, and he said, "Well, can I send my Cleopatra in to get serviced?" I said, "Absolutely." That's right, and we did. We've repainted it. It was actually in good shape to start, but there were a lot of issues, so we had to repaint and touch up. Stephen has done his magic. His magic. Playfield is just beautiful. We've LED'd both the top and bottom of the machine. You're going to see that working now. Stephen had to do some touch-up on the back glass. I thought you might like to see. See how he's filled in some of the colors and matched in the colors. And you really can't tell. The red is blended in very nicely. You know, it's what you have to do when you do it. You can see we've put the LEDs in the back, coordinating the different colors with the different effects. Now the customer had a brand new 9-month boarded already. However, the original connectors that were plugged into it, the old board, all the pins were all falling out and broken. So somebody changed the board for him, but they didn't bother changing the connectors. So we've got those connectors from Dawson Electronics. And we have here a new Rotten Dog power supply. His original power supply worked, but everything on the power supply is 35 years old. And these boards are very, very stable now. So that power supply solved the problem. We had, I think, 2 transistors out on the driver board. The driver board was in very good shape. So we didn't have to do much there. I wanted to show you though, I was shocked when we opened it up. You know, this is one of the first digital electronic games made, and it had chime coils in it, but it was making electronic sounds. So when I opened it up, lo and behold, somebody took out the chime coils and they wired in one of Gottlieb's first soundboards, the 3-tone Close Encounters and such, and they installed that soundboard. I couldn't believe it. And then you'll notice a speaker right here in the bottom has been wired in very easily. They ran the wire along here. They're getting their power from the ground right in here off the board. So I was very, very surprised to see that they're getting the 12 volts off of one of the bridges here. Now, so that was added, but not by us, but very clever. Although I do like the chime coils, they probably couldn't figure out why they weren't working. But we added this. See that fuse? The first 3 models of these early digital chime coil machines, this transformer, we call it the small transformer. This is the one that usually smokes. Something internally glitches, it burns up, and then you're out of order. And it's very rare, but it does happen every so often when you turn it on. However, if you put that fuse in, the fuse will blow. The transformer is safe, and when you put the new fuse in, the 1 amp slow blow, it's usually fine again. It's very an odd thing that happens, but with that transformer in there, you're as good as new. Look, they actually had a card in here to advise the location of the push button of the on-off switch. It's still in here. Isn't that something? After all these years, that card still stayed in here. Now, in newer games, there are 6 fuses here, but this one has, and then one over here. So if you open up your machine and there's no fuse back here, you can very easily add it on. You remove the wire from the lowest connector and run it through the fuse. And now your game is safe. Very easy to do. When that fuse is out, I'm going to show you. I'll borrow one of Chris's fuse here. When that fuse is out, the game has no power in the back. The lights are on, but your logic is no longer running. So it needs that fuse to operate. And it does have it. Now, there's one other thing I want to show you. That's how the new 9-month loads. There's another trouble spot in this game system. And this is it. This is the coin lockout. The design was clever. When the game is off, that clicks over and it blocks quarters from going in. They deflect right out. And when it clicks down, they're on. But did you know, if somebody's fussing in there, they're so close to these switches, that if this somehow gets over like that, your game won't work. It causes trouble. So, what I do, I'm going to take one of your cutters. I don't see one, but I'll go borrow one of Chris's. What I do is I cut that out, completely out of the circuit. Like so. Like so. I cut it in the right direction. So I really need, there we go. It's gone. Yes, it won't stop the quarters from going in, but guess what? I just saved a service call. Guy called me on the phone. I don't know what's wrong. He doesn't tell you he did anything like that, because usually when somebody does this, put credits on it, that's when they monkey up that switch. But if you cut out that little part, you will eliminate a future service call. Can I do it from this angle, Tony? With my hand, that adapt to get in there? I can just see the emails now. You're causing nothing but trouble. Guess what? It's gone. And I have eliminated service issues. There's another service issue that has driven us nuts in the past, and that is right here. The tilt ball. I've had all kinds of problems with that, so I take it out. Because that ball, people will call me up, they don't know what's wrong, they don't know. And it turns out the ball has rolled down here and shut the machine down. And they deny doing it, they don't know who could have done it, I don't know. We just take it out. Because in the private home, there's not going to be lifting their game up to cheat on it. So we eliminate another issue. Tony, don't you think that's a good idea? Mm-hmm. Good. Okay, by the way, shorting out that switch actually put the game into a test. Isn't that something? So that little problem with that switch actually caused that. We don't want that. The 9-month system powers up like this, as you'll see. It tells you how many plays. There she comes up. There we go. Now it's ready to play. And we have the game. Actually, we still got it on quarter play. So I'm going to put quarters on it. There we go. Look, no chimes. Now, here's another thing about Cleopatra. Because this will be driving you nuts. I just started a game, all 5 lanes are open. Do you see these 2 wires? Technically, when you roll up here, you have to roll through one of the 5 lanes, unless one of these wires was broken. But you see, if you don't do this, you don't roll through one of the 5 lanes, these will not score. Watch. The light came on, but I didn't get any score. No score. See? Look. Another, it doesn't matter. No score. Now, I will get a score here, but I never got these scores because I never activated it in the first place. Do you see this here? Now, watch, but let's suppose I shoot my ball up now and it rolls through the blue lane. Okay, now I'm operating my blue light. By the way, these lights are connected to this side. Now all the targets will work, no matter what I hit. Watch. See, I got 1,000. And that side's lit. So these targets are tied into the left, these are tied into the right. On this game, you have to get both, for it to activate your points as a bonus at the end. Right now, if I go down, I'll get 3,000 points for this one, but I'll get nothing for the others. Now, here's an interesting feature. See the half moon here? If you go in this side, this lights the left half of the double bonus, okay? Come back, come down here, baby. Look at all that activity, and it's level, too. This thing is moving around. I need both sides, so if I go in this hole, I'll get the other half. It also spots one of the rollovers. Did you see that? So I don't have to roll over. So if I go in it again, I'll get white. Now I got all these. Now I got to get the targets down. When your ball goes down the toilet, see how it stops? It skipped that one. That's a double bonus. Now the way this game is programmed is the last ball, so we have it set up on 5-ball. But if you're playing the game, the last ball will automatically give you a double bonus. It's just a little, see? You don't have to go in the holes. You're gonna get a double bonus no matter what. Of course, double bonus is great, but you gotta get some of these targets here. Look at that. Well, I think we're ready. We're delivering this tonight to the back to its original owner. It's coming back a lot different than when it left, isn't it, Tony?
Mm-hmm.
It's a beauty. And look, Steven's working on Gorgar. Jason is left, but he has finished Stupid Mario Brothers. Oh boy, he's done some neat stuff with this. So we'll explain that later. But we have a Whitewater. Oh, Rocky and Bullwinkle. We got to do Rocky tonight, and we got to do House of the Dead. And, oh gosh, look at this stuff. We got to do a lot of stuff here. He's still at home. Do you think Kurt is doing this?
He's not doing any work.
That boy. Anyway, keep watching. We're going to try to get another video up tonight. Good night.